Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Steven Rockwood Show. My name is obviously Chase Banks, and I am here joined by my good friend Arber Ismaili. Arber, how are we doing, my friend?
I'm really good, really good. It's a pleasure to be here and to talk amongst you today and to share lots of insights and everything. So I'm honestly doing really well.
Awesome. Yeah, I am so excited to have you on. You are definitely one of my favorite people that I've met because of LinkedIn. So it's awesome to be able to have this conversation with you. I know we've only talked once before this in person, I guess virtually in person, but I feel like I know you pretty well already. So I'm excited to kind of help share your story and hopefully inspire some people to start posting on LinkedIn, start building their personal brand, and just start connecting with other awesome people because it is quite
Yeah,
rewarding.
yeah, it's
Uh,
definitely been one.
yeah, it's been. So, how long have you been posting actively on LinkedIn, Arbor? Before we
It,
hop into your story.
um, I think last year, February, I did my first ever post, so it's technically been a year for me now, ever since I started posting and everything. So it's definitely been quite good, I would say. So yeah, I remember February was my first ever post. It was just like an experience I did, but that first step was like the whole starting point, and then there was one post that I think kind of started it all. And ever since then, I've just been posting, spreading awareness, talking about all types of topics ever since then.
Awesome, awesome. So, happy 1 year anniversary.
Thank you, thank you.
So, what did you start posting about on LinkedIn? Like when you first started, what were your first couple posts?
I mean, the first one I remember was just about some work experiences I did last year because I saw others doing it and I just thought that like, okay, I might as well just start it off like that because I've already been commenting for a while since that time. So I thought maybe I should eventually start posting. At first it did feel a bit daunting at first because I've never actually posted anything for myself on any social media platform. So I just thought that maybe just go for it and see how it goes. And I saw that a decent amount of people reacted quite well to it, and it got like around I think 20 likes or something, which to me was honestly quite a lot because the fact that that many people liked it, and I think it's just kind of went from there. But I think like the post I definitely remember that kind of started it all, and that actually got like a lot of engagement and everything was actually one post what I did. I remember it was me in a suit and everything, and I basically just said, "Oh, I think I'm trying." Hey, I think I just introduced myself honestly, just saying how I'm trying to get myself out there. Then I said I had autism and everything, and yeah, it's just I'm saying, and then I think that post ended up that was like first ever post that ever got like over 100 likes, and I was really surprised about that because I never really expected it to get that many engagement, honestly. And ever since then, my other post has just been about other work experiences and just other stuff as well. And then eventually I started talking about autism because at first, back then I was still a bit shy to talk about autism, but
Yeah.
now I got more of the confidence. And yeah, that's kind of how my whole posting started. That's how my first few posts went and how it's come to where it is today.
Yeah, awesome. Well, on the topic of autism, that's one of the reasons I'm really excited to have you on here. My mom is a paraprofessional for elementary school, so she worked in the department with mostly like autistic and just a lot of different things. So it was fun as a child to like be able to hang out with all those people and just meet like how see how different people communicate and act, and it was fun to kind of learn that at a young age because I know a lot of people don't have that exposure or don't even know. Like you might not know that you had autism when you were a child until later. So it's just something that I've always kind of grown up around. So I appreciate having you on to be able to kind of talk through those things and get firsthand experience from you and kind of just see some of the struggles you may have had and then some of the lessons you've learned and then maybe just some advice for other people, whether it's when they're talking to someone that has autism or if they themselves have autism.
It,
So,
oh,
yeah, I was just going to ask you, um, I guess when did you discover that you were autistic or you had neurodivergent anything?
I guess when I had it, I guess I got diagnosed when I was really little, so I
Okay.
always remember that like because I couldn't even speak until I was like 5 years old, and I had to go to lots of lessons to finally learn how to speak and everything, and yeah, I guess like definitely regarding your other questions as well, like it has definitely been a struggle because again, one if you're because again, the world isn't really built for neurodiverse people all that much. I mean, it's good that more awareness is starting to come by now, but I do think at the end of the day, it's still not really built for people like for neurodiverse people. So I definitely remember because you always get placed into schools and everything, and they have a lot of normal people, I would like to reference it. And because, like, they instantly know how to go about social situations, how to go about all of these things. They always have their little groups and everything. They always have their activities. They're used to the loud noises and everything. It's just like, it's been really hard for me to actually try. And I always remembered I always struggled a lot to try and genuinely make some friends because I just never knew how to actually go up to them because I remember like in school I would always just see like how the popular kids like the people who had a lot of friends and everything how they would act and I would just try and like copy that a bit because I thought maybe that then I could actually have some friends and everything. So I always wanted friends because I knew that like I would be a really good friend to someone. It's just I didn't know how to like actually go about it because like again it's all built on social cues. It's all built on socialization as well. And it's all built on like preferences for everyone as well. So some people might have just seen that I was a bit weird looking or acted a bit weird, and maybe they would have just not have went up to me because they probably just thought like, oh, I was just some weird kid. I didn't really know what to do, etc., etc. So it's just like because I feel like when it's like with teenagers, they are a bit narrow-minded. I would say I've noticed a bit because I feel like they only just stick. Some people just only stick within certain types of people. They don't really want to like see anyone else that they might not deem that will be fit that could fit into their little group of friends and like-minded individuals. So it's always just been like a struggle for me to try and resonate because again, it's also built on banter and jokes and stuff like that as well. And they would constantly do that, and I just always just never understood like jokes or banter or why would someone would just want to make fun of each other for the sake of a friendship. It just
Yeah.
was very confusing because why would you call someone like why would you like make fun of someone in a friendly way? Like I just never understood that honestly because like to me like friendship is about like being there for another, supporting each other, not trying to bring each other down or anything. But apparently some people see that as like a way to have fun or anything. But I just never understood that whole aspect of neurotypical friendships and stuff, and even
Yeah.
marriages as well. Apparently, if you make fun of each other, oh, that means you really love each other. Like I just never understood that honestly, because to me, like. If make fun of someone, then that means that like I'm not a loyal friend, or that means I don't love them. Like I rather just express my admiration or love to someone genuinely rather than it just be like making fun of them and then that's just code for oh I'm your friend or oh I love you. Like I just never understood that aspect and it's always just been a struggle for me to try and understand it because like it's always built on social cues, jokes and likability, adaptability and preferences as well. This stuff I never really understood back then and I just ended up I stayed with like a little group of people, but they were only like school friends. They weren't really like friends that I could talk to about my feelings or anything like that. So it's always just been like a struggle. But I always remember I try to show it through like actions. Like I try to help someone. I try to bring sweets sometimes to school as well because I just wanted to show people that I was a nice person. I just wanted to be friends and I just wanted to show that through kindness because I think I noticed whenever I was nice to people, they reacted quite well to it. So I just kind of adapted that a little bit and I kind of just went through there. And also, like, especially with loud noises and everything as well, because again, schools, not just schools, but general life, it's very crowded, quite loud as well. There's not
Yeah.
really like any sort of spaces for us in daily life, especially at workplaces as well, because most of the people there are neurotypical, it's not really neurodiverse. There are definitely, of course, lots of companies I'm sure have lots of neurodiverse employees, but at the end of the day, the majority is neurotypical people. So it's kind of a struggle to try and like adapt to them and like what they want as well, because we do like one thing and one person could just see that as us being weird or anything, when in reality they just didn't take the time to actually understand us as an individual. And I just found that really a bit unfair because we always try to adapt to everyone else, but who takes the time to actually think about what we want in a way as well. So it's always just been like a struggle to try and adapt to all of these little hidden rules and everything, all these hidden social cues and everything, and just trying to
Yeah.
like genuinely understand like how to go about the world, because it's like again it's all again as I said it's all built on social cues and all of these hidden rules and stuff that people are apparently meant to follow, because they don't give you like a rule book, because again we only process information if we're spoken to or heard, but no one ever
Hmm.
tells us about any of these, and they just expect us to try and understand it, when they should also try and understand it from our perspective as well. So I definitely think that's honestly been quite a struggle, I would say.
Yeah.
Another struggle I think was definitely trying to like yeah, definitely. Yeah, I say that's pretty much it, honestly. And definitely some advice I will give is just try and understand it from their perspective, honestly. Try and understand it from our perspective, because again, like if you actually hear us out and see what we have to say, I think a lot of people can realize that they can actually, we are actually just really diligent and really amazing people once you actually get to know us. It's just the issue is it takes those extra steps that lots of people just some people just don't really want to do, because they only want to do like very surface level. But with us, it like you actually have to go that extra step to actually get to know us as individuals, rather than it just being like, oh hi, how are you? I'm fine, thank you, and that's it. Like you actually have to like really get to know us deeper in order to see what we're actually good at. And I think if you actually take the time to understand us as individuals, then you'll definitely see that we have a lot of potential, a lot of capabilities as well, and definitely just a lot to offer to anyone, whether friendship, relationships, or even a job as well. Like we're very capable people. It's just we need to be given that chance to actually prove ourselves as well, because I feel like in general society we have to really prove ourselves that we're diligent people, that we can do the same thing as anyone else as well. Because like again, I think some people do underestimate us a little bit, because like they just think, oh, we fit one thing, where the reality is lots of neurodiverse people are very different and they have lots of unique skill sets. Some can run a business, some could do really well in jobs and everything. So I think if you just genuinely get to know us as individuals, really listen to us out, emphasize with us as well, then you'll get much better results, I would say. So yeah, I think those are the struggles and some advice I would give as well.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate all that. One question I have for you is, have you noticed it's easier to communicate online than it is in person? Like, have you found more success online as far as connecting with people?
Yeah, 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 definitely. Because like I feel like online, I feel a lot more comfortable online as well rather than in person. Because like the only thing that just seen is just a face and either a comment you make or either a video you make as well. Like I feel like in person, because someone is just seeing you, they're seeing how the way you dress, they're seeing your body language as well, which is another thing that I never understood for the longest time. They're
Hmm.
seeing how you act and everything, and I feel like in person, like you're just a bit more exposed, I would say, because again, you're just open. If you go up to someone, they can just see you and they can instantly make a judgment in their head. Oh, this person looks cool. Oh, this person has one weird feature, and they can just either be put off or interested as well. So it always feels like a little gamble whenever I speak to someone in person, because they can either just find interest in you, or they can just not find interest in you, or might just find you a bit weird or everything. Whereas in online, it's definitely a lot more. I say better, honestly, because again, all anyone just sees is just their phone, just some comments, just some videos, just a picture as well. Like they can't really like say too much just based on what someone does online as much as in person as well. So I feel like it's definitely been a lot more easier to me for me to actually connect online rather than in person because like again, it's just you can just all like do social media within the comfort of your own home as well, rather than whereas in person you would actually have to go to like an event place, actually have to go to the outside world as well, where lots of sensitivity issues could occur.
Yeah,
And you
no,
just have to, it's just all of these things you would have to like consider, whereas in online you could just do it any way you like and it can be very convenient as well. So I definitely found it easier online rather than in person.
yeah, that's awesome. And I'm pretty much the same way. Like I was a super nerd growing up, so I didn't make friends in person. It was really just online. It was kind of how even like my best friends in high school I met because I was good at a video game that they knew about me online from. So it wasn't even like they didn't even know me in person until they knew me online. And then then I kind of grew a good friendship with them through high school, but I didn't actually know them until for about a year or two after knowing them online. So it's kind of fun
Yeah.
to think of it that way. You said you were in speech like class or therapy, right, growing up?
Yeah, I think speech and language therapy it's called here. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was in the same. So I I had a really bad stutter when I was growing up. So I was in speech therapy. Like I did, it was in elementary school. They would just pull me out of class, and I would just go talk to this other speech teacher for an hour. But I actually found out that I was colorblind in speech therapy because she was showing me one of those colorblind books, just asking me to say the numbers and the letters, and then I couldn't see any. And she was like, "What do you mean you can't see any?" I was like, "There's nothing there." She's like, "Oh, you're colorblind." So that was kind of fun. But, um,
Wow.
on the topic of speech, you said you were in speech therapy, you were nervous. When did you start making videos on LinkedIn? How long into your posting journey? Because you're very good on camera.
Thank you. I started a bit last year. I didn't do as much videos last year as compared to what I'm doing currently right now. So I did definitely stutter a bit when I first started doing videos, but I think definitely last year, I think around summertime, last August, I think I started doing videos because back then it was just me just sort of just showing my face and just some stuff like that. So I think I started doing a bit of video. I didn't really get into it until like last year, December. I think it was near the end of the year. Then I started thinking like, okay, maybe I can push a bit more out of my comfort zone, maybe do more video formats as well. Maybe this can also help me to articulate myself well as well, because I definitely know that when I speak, I definitely can offer a lot of insights and value as well to anyone that I can speak to. So I just thought to myself, okay, maybe I should start doing video formats and stuff like that and articulate myself. Usually, because I usually articulate myself a lot in my head as well. So I just thought, why not just say this out loud to other people, and then maybe they can get some insights from it. And yeah, I've just been doing it ever since then. So I guess it started about like last August, and I didn't really get into it until like last year, December, and then ever since like this whole year from beginning of January, I've just started doing more video content, and it's been really good so far.
Yeah, no, it goes over really well, and I like watching your videos and listening to them because you do offer a lot of insight in a pretty short amount of time. So that's awesome, and you have a very wide range of topics, which is nice. So
Thank
you
you.
you kind of you sprinkle across everybody, so it's not just like you're in a niche, but you're not exclusively a niche. I feel like you've built your personal brand enough that you can kind of talk about a lot of different things, and people know, hey, it's Arber, which is awesome.
Yeah, I have explored all areas of topics and everything, very sensitive ones as well, very general ones as well. I just want to spread awareness. So yeah, I just do whatever's on my head and I just do a video and yeah, it just goes from there.
Yeah, awesome. And you're pretty young, right? You're in college or
I'm 20, yeah, I'm
you're
20.
20 and you're in university
Yeah.
right now?
No, I'm still in college, but I'm almost finished
Okay.
with college, and then I'm gonna start my apprenticeship soon. So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I think you told me about that starting around October, somewhere
Yeah,
around there.
October I start. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be cool. So, what is the apprenticeship? You don't have to say the company, but what is like, what will you be doing?
It's in private banking, and the company is HSBC. I got it for, and yeah. So I just thought I'd try it out honestly because they did seem very disability friendly as well. I did the work experience with them, and they did seem quite nice. So I just thought I'd go for them honestly, just see how it goes, and yeah, I'm just gonna see how it goes when I get there, and just see firsthand what they're like for myself in my own two eyes. So.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I've always wanted to like work and prove myself and prove that neurodiverse people can really offer a lot to any company or any jobs or to the wider economy and to society as well. It's just we need to be actually given a chance first, and I think I'm very determined to prove that like when us autistic people are very, very capable once you actually help us out, if you actually support us as well correctly, and if you actually just let us go at our own pace as well, because I feel like sometimes the world like just it's like a very fast-paced world sometimes, like
hmm,
especially in like work, education, and stuff like that as well, because I've always felt like I just had to play catch up with a lot of other people because maybe someone just understood something more better and I didn't, and it just like made me think like why can't I understand it the way they do as well? So I think I just kind of want to like change that a little bit and just like help companies to help us go at our own pace rather than just like us having to adapt like the opposite way around, just us having to like adapt to what the majority does as well. So I think like I want to like prove that like if you actually help us and actually support us and actually let us go in our own way as well, we can actually be very beneficial if given the right chances and the right support and the right opportunities as well to genuinely thrive in any aspect of life that we're at.
yeah, for sure. Well, I think you're a great role model for that in general, but also just the fact that, you talk about how you were nervous to talk or all these things, or you were shy growing up, and then now you're making, content for thousands of people on the internet. You're doing podcasts, you're doing coffee chats with people. So I think that that's good motivation for other people that are autistic to just be like, hey, like this guy can do it. Like they might not be able to do it at the level that you are, at least right now, but hopefully that gives them that little kick that it's like, hey, he's doing this, I can do this, or I can do small steps to get there. So I think that you are a really good role model for exactly who you're trying to inspire.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what are you in college for right now? Your major?
IT. I'm studying IT at the moment. I've done
IT?
2 years now. I have 4 more months left. Just got my exam results yesterday. I passed everything, so I'm quite happy about that.
Good
So yeah, it's
job.
been
That's
pretty good.
awesome. Okay. Is it remote? Do you do school remote, or do you actually have to go
No,
in?
it's all in person. Like it's
Okay.
all at college. So sometimes the work can be online if you are sick or anything, but mostly it is in the college. Yes.
Okay. And then are you staying on campus, or do you live off campus, or what's your living
No, I
situation
still
like
live
over
with my
there in London?
parents.
Oh, that's
No,
hey.
I still live with my family because college doesn't really have like accommodation. That's only at university in the UK. So
Okay.
college doesn't really have like accommodations and stuff like that. It's only university that has that. So yeah.
Okay. Are colleges in the UK just a 2-year college, then a university is a four? Is that how it works over there?
Yeah, I think there's lots of options in UK colleges. I mean, you could do lots of different things. So there's this thing called A levels in colleges. So that's like the main thing that people go to after we finish our secondary, like I guess high school education in a way. And
Yeah.
then so you can either do A levels, which is like again, you can choose like a broad range of subjects like business, psychology, or economics, just stuff like that. I don't know too much about A levels, but yeah, that's the main option I've heard from others. The thing
Okay.
I'm doing actually is called a B Tech, and that's like an alternative to A levels, and it's just like coursework that's based on real life. That it's just like coursework, and you get a few exams as well, and you have to ensure that you meet the criteria for all of that coursework and everything as well. it has its pros and cons, but I think it's definitely an option there for A levels as well. And then there's this thing called T levels, which is like tw 1 day you work at a company and 4 days you study a subject of your choosing as well. So those are
Okay.
basically like the options that we have in the UK that
Okay.
people my age can choose to progress further in their education. And as for universities, yeah, I think most courses are definitely 4 years. I think it depends. Some could be 3, some could be 2 years, but I think generally mostly it's 4 years, yeah.
Okay, awesome. When you were looking at colleges, did you pick one because they were more um, friendly to autistic people, or did you just like I, I I guess are the accommodations good at the college you're going to right now? Is that one of the things that made you decide on that one?
I mean, back then, like this was years ago, I didn't really know what I wanted to do because I remember I finished school and I actually had a whole year off because I didn't really know what I wanted to do and unfortunately the college I wanted to go to didn't accept me, so I was just left like really stagnant for a whole year, just not doing anything because I just didn't really know like where to go, what I wanted to do, because I didn't really get much support with like the next steps. It was just more like I had to figure it out myself, which back then I didn't realize I had to do. So I think my
Yeah.
mom just chose me like this course at this college, and I just decided to go for it, and it's been good so far. So yeah, I think that's kind of how I got into that course.
Nice. Well, that's good. And if it makes you feel any different, I had the same year when I was 28 years old. So, where I got laid off during COVID and I had just a year to basically do nothing. So, I completely understand where like you're looking for the next thing or trying to figure out what you want. So,
Yeah.
I completely understand that. And yeah, I was 8 years older than you when that happened, or 10 when that happened for me. So,
Oh wow.
but we figured it out.
Yeah, we got there in the end, thankfully.
We did. So it sounds like your mom's a good supporter of you then. Have you found that you have a like that she's really supportive? Like has the home life been good as far as growing up with autism, or have you had to kind of teach them things as you go, or how's that worked out?
Yeah, I do have a good relationship with my parents. It's been
Good.
quite good. I feel like sometimes there is some incidents that sometimes happens when I feel like they don't really understand me as much as I would hope to. So I feel like sometimes I do tell them something and they just don't consider it sometimes. So that's something that does annoy me a little bit. But I think generally they have been quite supportive of me and understand why I act the way I do and don't really. I think back then they used to like cut not tell me off a little bit. Like I think like because they were just worried that like others will make fun of me and stuff like that. So back then I didn't really see it, but now I kind of understand. But yeah, I think it's just like now it's like they're a bit more calmer with it now and understand why I act the way I do. There's still some moments here and there as well. But I do think I do try my best to have a good relationship with my parents as much as I can. But I also do want to have my own independence as well because, you know, because I think this journey is just mostly about me and I don't want it to just like, you know, I don't want it to just be continuity with my parents. I want to show that I can do things for myself and be capable myself as well. But I do have a good relationship with my parents, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, and I totally understand that because I'm an only child. So I'm the only one my parents have. So I feel the same where, they could offer me unlimited support and I, try not to take advantage of that because I have them all to myself.
Yeah.
um, as far as I'm going to change subjects a little bit here, as far as LinkedIn goes, or how have you found, like, what opportunities have you found, or what have been some of the greatest kind of moments or things that have come out from your year and 1 month of posting?
I mean, yeah, I definitely got a lot of podcast opportunities previously as well that I had the chance to do, so that's definitely been quite good. That's definitely been a huge highlight. I definitely been to a lot of events as well. That has definitely been quite good, I would say. I definitely, I even got one event ticket for free that I went to one time in October, and that was actually really good. So I genuinely really enjoyed that, and that was because of LinkedIn, because the person saw me and decided to invite me. So that's definitely been a huge highlight. I met lots of people, and I met lots of other like-minded individuals as well. I got lots of opportunities as well. I even wrote a little blog about autism as well one time as
Nice.
well. And yeah, I even had the chance to help out with some event planning for an event as well last year, October as well, because of LinkedIn. So yeah, I definitely feel like I those are most of the opportunities I've gotten as well. So yeah, it's been pretty good.
Awesome. Have you found that the more you go to these events, the easier it is to meet people and to talk, or do you kind of feel like it's always the same for you?
Yeah, I always get really nervous whenever I go to an event. Like no matter how many times I've done it, like I still get really nervous because like again, it's still a new person. You never really know how they're actually gonna react to anything. Like it's just very unpredictable and it's just like you have to do it and because I go by myself, it's just like I kind of have to like rely on myself to like ensure that I can keep the conversation going and everything like that because if you just sit around and like not much people are gonna come to you, so you kind of just have to like do it yourself a little bit. Like you don't really have anyone there to like kind of guide you in a way. So you kind of just with networking events, you kind of just have to do it a bit by yourself. So
Yeah,
I
for
do
sure.
definitely get very nervous every single time I go to an event, but I just try and push past through it and just at least tell myself that I'll try my best. I'm doing at least something. I'm trying my best to talk to different people, even if it doesn't go well. At least I can say I try my best, and hopefully I would have made some good connections with people that do resonate with me as well. So I do definitely
Yeah,
still get quite nervous. Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, I mean, I still get nervous too. One thing that kind of helped me is I tricked my brain and I tried to tell it that when I'm feeling nervous, it's because I'm excited. So I try and channel the nervous feeling into like, I'm not nervous, I'm just excited for this. And especially if I'm doing like public speaking where I'm teaching a workshop or doing a speech in front of like a trade show or something, I've found that if I can at least half trick my brain into that, I don't get as nervous.
Yeah, I have tried that as well. It does work. It does
Yeah.
it is a good mechanism. Yeah.
Yeah. And I always tell people too, like, it's good to be nervous about stuff because it means that you care about it. If all you're doing in your life, if nothing makes you nervous or nothing makes you grow a little bit, like you're not really living your full life because if you're not nervous about something, like you probably don't care as much. So I feel like the nerves actually show that, hey, I care about this. So I'm gonna put some effort into it, even if it's hard.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as far as the next steps for Arbor, you have this apprenticeship coming up. What is your plan for life? Like, do you have a few years planned out, or what you want to do, or what are you thinking? I know you're only 20, so it's kind of fun just to hear your ideas at the moment because you are very young.
I mean, I'm not really sure if I'm being very honest because like again, as I said, my whole ambition was to actually just get an apprenticeship, and now I actually got an offer. So it's like, I guess just like hopefully I can travel in the future because I've always wanted to travel, but I've never had the chance to. So I'm hoping when I start my job soon, I can actually have the chance to travel more to different countries as well, and actually do maybe go to some events abroad as well, hopefully as well, because that's definitely something I really want to do. I guess hopefully just do well in my apprenticeship, just see how it goes, make new friends, new opportunities as well. Just and definitely grow more on LinkedIn as well. Definitely connect with more people, find new opportunities as well. And I definitely want to do more public speaking events as well because I done one last year, October, and that was definitely the highlight of it. And I realized how much I actually really enjoyed speaking to lots of people as well about my insights and knowledge, and knowing that it helped them out a lot just brought me a lot of joy. So, definitely, I really want to do more public speaking events later on this year, and definitely maybe speak to a much more wider range of audiences as well. Maybe hopefully 100 people or more than that, hopefully. So that's definitely something I really want to do as well. I definitely want to spread more awareness about autism as well. Definitely reach more people as well. Definitely try to connect with others as well and just collaborate and yeah, just help other people grow and help myself prosper and grow into my life as well and to truly bring about the impact to the world that I really want to make until the day I die, honestly. So yeah, I would say there's no concise plan, but those are definitely some ambitions that I just explained about that I really want to definitely achieve, and I'm more than determined to achieve those things.
Yeah, for sure. It sounds like you want to make people happy and you want to be happy. That is the future I
Yeah,
see for you.
that's essentially it. I
Yeah.
don't want to like get a get like a senior role or anything like that. If it does happen, then that'll be really cool, but that's not really the main idea. I mostly just want to spread positivity, bring about an impact to this world, and just yeah, share more insights and just make the world a better place, I would say.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And one thing about public speaking at events that I've found is, like you were saying, when you go to an event by yourself, you have to kind of put yourself out there. You have to go find people, talk to people. But when you do a speech or a workshop at an event, people start coming up to you, which is which is awesome. So that'd be my motivation for you is when you are doing these public speaking events, like just know that when you're on stage, people look at you differently. And then afterwards, they're like, I want to talk to that guy, or I want to even just go shake his hand and say, hey, great job. You taught me a lot, or whatever it may be. So I think
Yeah,
you'll find that.
definitely. Yeah, yeah.
So that's very nice. What was your public speaking topic about in October?
It was about autism actually.
Okay.
I remember it was at Sky it was at Sky News HQ company near to
Okay.
where I live and I actually spoke to like 40 of the employees there about autism and everything because it was done by this charity that has helped me immensely get the opportunity I have today, my apprenticeship and everything. So they actually gave me that opportunity and I just said yes because I just knew I had to do it. Like it was such a good opportunity. I just couldn't miss it out. And ever since then, I've always wanted to do like more public speaking opportunities. So I'm just waiting for that next opportunity, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. Well, since we are in a podcast and people are nice, do you know the name of that charity so people can donate if they
Yeah,
want to?
it's called Radical Recruits. They're very good. I highly recommend that they're mostly London based because they mostly help people in London, but I would highly recommend them if anyone wants any support with trying to get a job or anything like that. They're a very good charity and they've helped me out so much, so I'm forever grateful to them.
So you said Radical Recruits?
Yeah, that's the name.
Awesome. All right. I'll make sure to find them and link them in the podcast too so people can find them easily because that's awesome that they're
That's
doing that for you.
amazing.
Um, all right. Completely off topic. What does Arbor do besides LinkedIn and school? What hobbies do you have or what do you
I
enjoy
go to
doing
the
in your
gym.
downtime?
I go to the gym in my spare time. I usually attend classes. I
Okay.
do body workouts. I do cycling. I also do sometimes do running in the weekends as well. I do yoga as well. I also like to go to the spa sometimes as well. I like to have a good massage. I like to have a good facial as well. I'm also very obsessed with skincare. Like I just love all types of skincare, all
Okay.
types of perfumes, all types of herbal things as well.
All
I've always
right.
been a very huge skincare addict for like the longest time. So whenever see a skincare shop, I just have the urge to just go in there and just look at all the skincare brands, just see all the creams and everything, and I just get lost into the whole world of skincare.
All right.
I'm just like a huge addict, so yeah, that's a bit more about me.
I like it. All right. Well, now I need to know because, as I said, I'm getting older here. So, skincare is becoming more important for me. What is your skincare routine or your ideal one?
I cleanse, I tone, I put a moisturizer, I put two moisturizers, and then I put sun cream, I put some eye cream, then I put body cream on myself, and that is how, and the evenings is cleanse. Sometimes I exfoliate. You can't do it too often because it'll just dry your skin out. Then I put a night serum, some eye cream, and yeah, the whole process just repeats itself.
I like it. Well, That sounds like a fun LinkedIn video, to be honest, is just you recording your skincare routine for us and showing what you do for your face, because that sounds like good content to me. And I feel like
Oh,
I feel like people would
really?
enjoy that. Yeah, I feel like people would enjoy that, and I would enjoy that because I'm a dude. I'm terrible with skincare. Luckily, my girlfriend is very good at it, so she's been helping me. But I I am basically a sunburned gorilla in the summers. So
Oh, goodness.
in the UK there, do you wear sunscreen every day or just in the summers? Like, is the sun out enough that
Usually, yeah, usually because it's like not as sunny as much as it is in the UK compared to like some parts of America where it is frequently sunny. So people don't normally wear sun cream. It's just like only in the summer when it gets like really hot. Because
yeah.
occasionally in the UK we mostly have cloudy weather. We mostly have rain sometimes, and occasionally we do get some sunshine as well. So it's very like on and off in the UK with the whole weather. So I don't think people wear as much sun cream, but I definitely wear it every single day because I think it's still important to protect your face from any sort of external rays that can damage your skin. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I used to commute 3.5 hours each way once a week for work. And on the way into work, the sun would be on one side of my body. So if I was wearing a t shirt, one arm would be sunburned by the time I got there, and the other one would be white.
Oh
Because
wow.
the sun was shining right through my window the whole drive. But, so, speaking of London and rain, are London fogs the drink? Are those popular in London, or is that just something America was like, hey, London fog, these are popular?
We do sometimes get fog in London, yeah,
Okay,
but mostly it's just cloudy or rainy. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know how America perceives London, but yeah, that is how it is in London. It is definitely quite nice. Has a lot of history behind it as well. Lots of nice museums as well. But it does definitely have a lot of, yeah, it's just mostly cloud and rain, I would say. Sometimes it is foggy occasionally, but not as often, no.
fair. Well, I love cloudy, rainy days. Those are my favorite. I'm from Minnesota, where it's very cold for 6 months out of the year, so I enjoy the rainy falls. Those are probably my favorite days, the rainy fall days. Love taking my camera out and taking pictures in the rain. So definitely always look forward to that. I'm looking forward to the spring here in Minnesota to hopefully warm up and bring some sun and some rain.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so all right. I feel like I had one more question for you. Why can't I think of it this very moment? Let's think. Question. I had
Take
this.
your time.
Oh,
It's okay.
I got it. What kind
What
of
is it?
what kind of music and movies do you like, if any? I know movies are or TV shows.
I always get asked this question. I just don't know what to say because like I I I I listen to just themes sometimes, anime music I listen to,
Okay.
anime like battle music I actually listen to as well. So I
All
do
right.
kind of like those themes as well. Pop music I do like as well. There's no like artist or anyone that I specifically like. I just listen to whatever I'm interested in, honestly. But those are some of the things I do listen to. Movies, I just watch it in the cinema as well. I mostly like action movies, sometimes horror movies as well.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of comedy or movies. It's just mostly action or yeah, romance or yeah, just mostly those types of movies I watch sometimes with some of my friends. So yeah,
Nice. Do you watch anime as well, or just listen to the music?
I do.
All
Yeah,
right.
sometimes I watch anime.
What are your favorite
Yeah,
ones?
I like Fairy Tail. If you heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fairy Tail. What else? What else? What else? Oh yeah, Four Nights of the Apocalypse. That's another
Okay.
anime I've been watching. It's a sequel to the Seven Deadly Sins, so that's a good. Yeah, it's definitely a good anime and a good manga. I'm reading the manga currently. It's really awesome. I'm very much enjoying that. Yeah, Bleach I've also watched. That's a really good anime. Has a lot of very interesting concepts as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I've mostly just watched those types of animes because, like, I feel like with animes, I just find something that I'm into or I'm not into, and I kind of just stay with those types of anime. So, I guess those are the three main ones that I'm mostly really into, I would say.
Okay, awesome. Let's see. My top three would be Haikyuu, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Demon Slayer. Would probably be the three that I've watched all the way through and even repeat watched a few.
Yeah, I've watched a bit of, Ju yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely quite. It's definitely interesting, but yeah, I mean, Haikyuu. Is it that volleyball one where
Yep,
they
that's the
just like.
volleyball one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah,
Yep.
I watched it a bit, but I kind of just didn't get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Demon Slayer I haven't watched that much, so I don't know much about those three animes. I have seen a bit of them, but I just never got into them. But yeah,
Yeah.
they are really cool animes as well.
Yeah, they are cool. I think Demon Slayer is a little too intense even for me a lot of the time. So that one I have to watch in small bursts, but the rest are very easygoing. Haikyuu is very, very fun, very family friendly, and definitely just like a cute little anime with a lot of volleyball action.
Yeah, I mean, wow, yeah, it definitely seems quite interesting.
Yeah, but do you play video games at all?
I used to have a PS4, but
Okay.
I don't play it as much anymore. I kind of just lost interest. So nowadays I'm just on LinkedIn, just cheering all my friends on, making them smiley and happy, and yeah, just going to the gym and or just doing my studies mostly. So or just
Yeah.
relaxing. So yeah.
Nice. How long do you have to focus on school every week about right now? Like how long does it take you?
I'm only there like 3 days a week, so Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, Wednesdays and Fridays I'm off. So yeah, either sometimes I just do my coursework in the weekends because I mostly just want to like get through everything quickly because I don't like leaving things last minute. So whenever I get a task, I just try to do it as efficiently and as quick as I can because I just like to be on track with things. So that's kind of how I've been doing it.
Okay, awesome. All right, I have one more question for you, and then I'll let you go until I bring you back next time for probably 50 more questions. But as far as your LinkedIn content goes, do you have a plan every week, or do you just make stuff on a whim, or how do you make your content?
No, I don't plan anything. It's just whatever comes to my head, whatever I really want to talk about that I think it's important for others to recognize. I just think of it in my head, in a whim, just do a video about it, whatever comes to my head. I just say out loud there on the camera, and I just write a few stuff, and yeah, I just post it. So that's how I've been doing it.
Awesome. Yeah, I've actually found when I'm doing videos, I'll often be recording one video and then I'll be like, you know what? I actually want to record something else. So I'll just start talking about something completely different. And usually that video ends up being way better than the one that I actually planned. Just switch gears. But so yeah, I would guess my advice to people if you are new to video is just start recording and just start talking, and you can pick out the best moments and put those in a video, and then as you get better you probably won't need to slice it up as much, because I think your videos are all just one take, right? You don't actually
Yeah,
cut
I
them.
just do one take, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, which is that's how I do it too. I usually do one take, but it usually takes me three takes to actually get it. So the first two are like a trial, and then the final one is the good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're talking about something that you care about or you know about, it's really easy to just
Yeah,
talk
because
to a
then you
phone.
definitely have a lot to say about them.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I should let you go, Arbor, but before I let you go, where can people find you? Where can people connect with you?
Well, my name is Arber Ismaili, so if you just put Arber you should find me at the top. I have a lot of emojis there as well, so definitely do connect with me. If you want to see future content, I'll be posting a lot more, and if you want any advice or anything, just feel free to reach out to me as well. I'll be more than happy to help in any way I can.
Awesome. Well, I super appreciate you hopping on with me, Arbor, and I always appreciate your comments. I didn't even talk about that. Arbor makes the best LinkedIn comments of anyone in the world. So if you're not connected with him, make sure you are, because his comments alone are worth it. So
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
quite I quite I actually have people in my DMs, like when you comment on my stuff, they'll send me a screenshot of it and be like, how do I get him to comment on my stuff? I want to be a Herculean king. So you're making waves, good
Thank you,
ones,
thank you,
positive waves. But
thank you.
I appreciate your time, my friend. I know we'll talk soon and definitely look forward to having you on the podcast again. And I'll make sure to link all your stuff in this podcast and in any of the posts that I make with it. And yeah, everyone listening, go connect with Arber. He's a great guy and a fun person to watch. So make sure to follow the journey.
Thank you. Yeah, never forget how incredible you guys are. You all are golden, shining, gleaming, cosmic, glittery, powwow legends.
I love it. That's a great sign off. Well, Arber, you have a
Thank you.
wonderful day. I will talk to you very soon, all right?
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you for your time and everything.
Thank you as well. And everyone listening, thank you for listening to the Steven Rockwood Show, and we will see you again next week.